Yo, so in celebration of 5 years on YouTube, I've put out a new shirt design. This shirt design will be available for purchase from now until March 5th. As well, I've put up the original shirt design back up for purchase until March 5th as well, for those who didn't get a chance to get it back when I released them. So consider buying yourself one of these shirts before they're off sale. Now on to the video. Hello and welcome to content being made super late at night because I sleep most of the afternoon. So if you had a pair of eyes and could see, chances are you probably saw that the title of this video is My Hopes for the Nintendo Switch. There's a lot of stuff I could say about the Switch really, but this is just going to be personally what I would hope for the Switch. This doesn't necessarily mean things that I know or expect from the Switch. It's just simply more like things I would love to see on or with the Switch rather. And I am having a very tough time picking what to wear today. Let's see, you know. You gotta make sure you go for a very specific look. Oh yeah, yep, nope, wait. Yep, that's totally normal. That's a totally normal look right there. So if for some reason you've just been living under a rock for a while now, then you might not know what the Switch is. If you don't, let me give you a quick rundown. The Switch is gonna be Nintendo's next console. Think of it like a successor to the Wii U, because Lord knows the Wii U did not do amazingly, but so far it's looking like it's probably already going to be doing better than the Wii U, and that is very sad to say because I do genuinely like the Wii U, but they fucked up on a lot of ends with like selling it, marketing it, all that sort of junk. Like they just really messed up with it. But honest to God, they have no one to blame but themselves. But Nintendo's been doing a better job at marketing the Switch, I've come to realize, which is great because it's looking like a pretty goddamn decent console. I've had my pre-order for a while now, and while I know a lot of people are probably thinking to themselves, well, why are you gonna fucking pre-order a console? And there's a lot of reasons for it. A lot of it has to do with the simple fact that I'm a content creator, and seeing as a lot of my content is mainly focused around Nintendo-centric sort of stuff, I need to make sure I'm on top of my fucking game with that shit, basically. I can't just be like, oh man, oh no, I make mostly Nintendo stuff, but I guess I can miss out on the Switch. Like, no, that's not a smart thing to do, really. As a YouTuber, like I said, who primarily does Nintendo sort of shit. Oh god, a Kraken. Hello, friend. Nope. Back away. But now that I've given you a quick rundown about the Switch and all that sort of junk, and you know, as to why I've pre-ordered mine and everything, let's talk about my hopes for it. So I guess some things I can discuss at this very moment in time is the simple fact that they have not revealed a crazy amount about the console itself in terms of like specs and all that, but they have revealed a lot about like you know, features they're gonna offer and all that sort of stuff. For example, there's paid online, and a lot of people have been very like against that, I've seen, but at the same time I can see why they're doing it, you know. They're just finally sort of getting on par with the competition and everything, which is good. But you know, I can see why people don't like it, although at the same time people also have to realize that from the looks of it, it's going to be really fucking cheap. Like I'm talking dirt fucking cheap, maybe like $5 a month for Nintendo's online service. Like, that is pretty goddamn cheap. And if you have a Switch, chances are you can more than likely afford that, you know? I need to be a little careful here. So overall, it's like, that's pretty goddamn nice of Nintendo to put their online services at such a low cost, because not everybody is completely able to pay for online services when they're too high, you know. Bad fucking job there on my part, so props to them for doing that. But overall, one thing I would like to see is, of course, you know, I want it to be powerful to an extent. I'm not saying I want it to be like PC level shit or anything of that sort, but like, of course I want it to be a decently powerful console, because if it's not a decently powerful console, that's gonna limit it and hurt it so goddamn much. And seeing as that's always really, that was an issue with the Wii U, I wouldn't say that was necessarily an issue with the Wii. So of course I don't want it to be a weak console, because if it's a weak console, there's going to be a lot of downsides to that. as well. Seeing as this is already kind of confirmed, you know, this doesn't necessarily need to be a hope for the console itself. More so, just gotta wait and see how it turns out. But overall, you know, I want to see more third-party developers. And what the fuck was? Oh, okay. Wait, what? I don't. Oh, okay, whatever. As I was saying though, I would like to see more third-party developers because, don't get me wrong, Nintendo has a lot of great fucking IPs at their hand and really do have a lot of good games that they constantly sell. You know, the Mario series, the Zelda series, Metroid series, all this stuff, you know, including now the Splatoon series. Well, soon to be Splatoon series. Right now it's just a single game, but I don't know. I feel like with a lot of Nintendo's consoles in the past, they just simply, like, Nintendo always has a lot of fucking potential to do shit, but due to lack of, you know, power on the console's part and general third-party development support, they always get like the fucking, they always get the the bum end of the deal with a lot of shit, you know? And I mean, I can see why, but of course, if there were to be more third-party developers on with the Switch, which it does seem there's going to be, from a lot of sources, then that could bring a lot of life to the console. It could hopefully extend its lifespan beyond the Wii U's and everything, but just gotta wait and see for that. Kind of going back on something I mentioned earlier with online, I really do hope that the online is better, because don't get me wrong, Nintendo's online is not inherently bad, it's just always not been the best. But seeing as they're, you know, having the paid online service, I would assume that they're going to more than likely be working on getting that service better, because if not, then that's just gonna be fucking stupid, you know? Now, one thing I do kind of have a problem with, and this is just a hope that I know is never gonna happen, is backwards compatibility. Because, let's be real, if the Switch and the Wii U aren't backwards compatible in any way, that's gonna really fucking suck for people who bought the Wii U and supported it and love it, like me. Because then I won't be able to play my goddamn Wii U titles on the Switch. Now, chances are they're probably gonna do some shit along the lines of, oh, don't worry, you can buy your Wii U titles on the fucking, what's it called, the Nintendo online store shop, eShop, whatever it's called. But if they do that, that's honestly gonna be fucking bullshit. Like, I can kinda see why there wouldn't be backwards compatibility to an extent, considering the fact that, you know, oh, fucking Breath of the Wild is gonna be both on Wii U and Switch. But at the same time, it's like, it's kinda just like a big fuck you to everyone that really did support the Wii U and really did enjoy it, because they'll have all these games that they won't really be able to play again, or really do anything with. So, if there was any sort of backwards compatibility with the Wii U, that'd be really nice. But it's already kind of confirmed to never fucking happen. But you never know. You never know what people can do, really. Now, this isn't as much a hope as it is more so like... well, actually, no, it is completely a hope. I'm hoping that Nintendo doesn't fuck up the controllers in some way, because... yet again, I like the Wii U, I really do. I've supported it, not since day one, but I've supported it for a while now. But overall, let's be real, the fucking gamepad controller, it's not too comfy, it's not too great a controller. It's mediocre at best. Like, I feel like, yet again, Nintendo fucked themselves over by making, like, I personally feel like they fucked themselves over by making such a, like, big and clunky controller, you know, one that doesn't have the biggest lifespan with energy, one that's just like a little difficult to move at times, you know. I mean, it's cool that it has a screen, don't get me wrong, that's pretty fucking cool and all, but it's just like, there's just so much wrong with it over what could have been good with it. And I've already heard a lot of actually pretty damn decent things about the Switch's controller, which is, oh my god, it's great. It's amazing to hear that it's not a bad controller and that it's actually pretty fucking comfortable. But at the same time, I do have my fears, especially with the tiny little, what is it, Joy-Con controllers, is it? I believe that's the name. Like, that shit really scares me. Like, I don't know. Another thing that does kind of scare me about the Joy-Con controllers, and this isn't a hope, it's just simply me talking about shit, but... if you were to lose one, if you were to need to replace one, the price is not very pretty. It's a pretty decent amount. It's like 70 or so. maybe not 70, I think it's like 60. It's basically around the price of a goddamn game to replace and or get new ones, you know, and I don't know, man, something about that just really does not sit well with me whatsoever, because it's just like, really? Like, I get it, not all controllers are gonna be cheap, and they seem to be pretty damn high quality controllers, what with like the weird ass vibrating and whatnot, but goddamn, that price is a little less than fun to look at, to say the least. Now, one thing I'm hoping Nintendo does right with the eShop for the Switch is bringing back older games, but doing them in such a way where like the virtual console emulation is not dog shit. Because let me tell you, I like the fact that they have fucking, you know, old games. I like the fact that they have that on the eShop and everything. It's really, really nice for them to include such a thing for, you know, the people who maybe never fully got the chance to play certain games. Oh, nice job. I somehow got that guy. But the way they emulate it on the Wii U is dreadfully bad. It is legitimately some of the worst I've seen. There's no option to like change video settings. I mean, sure, you can change fucking your controls. That's just kind of like, if you weren't able to do this, that'd be disgustingly bad. But all you can really do is change your controls. You can't change your video settings, nothing of that sort. With the fucking Wii U's emulation, or virtual console rather, like, it's so fucking bad, honestly. And it sucks because there are a couple games that I would love to play on virtual console, but it's just like, overall it's not worth playing it on there because the way it runs is so shit compared to like an emulator, you know? And it's very sad to say that. It's very sad to say that emulation is better just overall than goddamn playing the game on an officially released way, but Nintendo just fucked up with that, really, so not much you can do there. As well, I guess this also kind of goes hand in hand with the third-party developer shit, is I really do hope that they put more focus and do support more indie developers with the eShop, because there are a lot of really nice eShop titles that are indie games on the Wii U. But of course, you know, they don't get as much love or anything as everything else because they're indie titles and all that sort of junk, but yeah. Alright, so I guess this is gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you people have enjoyed. I do apologize for the random little, just content that you weren't expecting. I also do apologize if you were expecting Binding of Isaac today. Like I mentioned earlier, I slept the whole goddamn afternoon, so I wasn't actually able to record my normal stuff. I do apologize, but hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Regardless, if you have, be sure to drop a like as well as a comment. Be sure to subscribe if you're really feeling it, and I shall see you guys next time.